Hi everyone, it's Bobby, and I have a Mother Goose album to share with you. This is made from the Graphic 45 paper. I used the 12 by 12 as well as some of the 6 by 6 patterns and solids. So the album is 8 by 8, and on the front we've got Mother Goose, and then I've got some stickles on her wings and some glossy accents over here. Here's our title, Mother Goose, done with black stickles. Little poem, and then I've got a metal keyhole here with a key down here on the stamps, a Mother Goose chipboard tag, and then along the bottom I just cut this out of the paper. It says, "Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are," and so on. So that's the front cover. The spine is just some more of the paper from the collection, and I used Mod Podge on it to just help it protect it. And then on the back, I cut out these actual songs of the nursery rhymes from the paper and Mod Podged them on, and then I've got Humpty Dumpty in the center. So the first pages are Rockabye Baby. Here we've got one of the big tags from the paper, and these are 4 by 6. So when you open it up, there's lots of room in here for photos. So you could either put your full photo in or you could trim it down a little bit. Still lots of space. Then we have a little swing tab here, and this opens right up. So there's lots of room in here. And if we go over here, there's a large tag, and this is some of the Mother Goose paper. And there's one of the patterns and solids. Now on this side, we've got a couple of the tags from the paper collection tucked inside a little pocket. So there's just a little tag, and here's one of the cutouts. And I had to hold those in with a little Tim Holtz paper clip because they don't like to stay in there. Here's another chipboard piece, Rockabye Baby, and then this has a magnet in it and it lifts up like this, and this flips open like this, so lots of room for pictures. The next 2 pages are Humpty Dumpty, so I've stayed with the yellow and green. So here's another chipboard piece of Humpty Dumpty. And his bow tie has glossy accents on it. I don't know if you can really see that. Again, there's a magnet in here, and that's hidden by these little stamps that are just cut out from the paper. And then that flips down. And in here there's another little pocket with a tag in it. And that's got Humpty Dumpty on it as well. So you could do some journaling or write down some memories on there. And then on this side, I just used one of the stamps from the collection for the pull, and there's a very large photo mat here with Humpty Dumpty and just green on the back. So lots of room for photos. Over on this side, we've got the Humpty Dumpty paper again, and here is one of the cutouts from the paper, and again I've put some glossy accents on Humpty Dumpty. And then this swings to the side, and this opens up. And we have another magnet under here. I don't know if you can see that. And inside we've got 2 of the large cutouts. These are 4 by 6 as well. So you could write on them or put photos on them or whatever you'd like to do. And then there's a photo mat in here as well. This next page is Bedtime Story. So here is a little swing tag, and this is just one of the cardstock pieces from the paper. And that flips open like this. And I used some of the stamps for a pocket. And then here's another one of the tags. It just says Bedtime Story. and has some stickles on it on the stars. And then under these stamps there's a little flap with a magnet, and I put Bedtime Story on there. And then that lifts up. And again, lots of room in there. And this tag that says Bedtime Stories is just tucked inside with the magnet. And there's some glossy accents on the pumpkin. That just sits right there. This goes down, flip that. And then over here, this is another chipboard piece from the collection that I used for a pull. And there's another large photo mat that says Bedtime Story. Over on this side, another paper cutout from the collection. And this one has a picture of Mother Goose. And again, I've done some stickles on the stars, and I did glossy accents on Bedtime Story. This is another one of the paper cutouts, punch outs I guess, and that flips up, and you can do some journaling on the back. Put a photo here. And then this is one of the chipboard pieces, this Bedtime Story tag, and I just put it on some black cardstock. Made a little flap with a magnet, so that lifts open. And this one opens up like this. So these are both, well, this is 8 by 8. This one is just shy of that, so about 7 3/4 by 8. So there's lots of room for photos or journaling or special memories, whatever you'd like to put in. Next I did Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and I used this black paper, and it actually has the words to the nursery rhyme written on it, which I thought was kind of neat. And then I put 3 little chipboard stars on here. And this was one of the cards that was cut out of the paper, just like this one here, Bedtime Story. But this one I cut around the boy, and I made him into a pocket. Whoops. So here's just 2 little tags, and these have the nursery rhyme on them as well. I'll just put those in later. Again, here's another little swing tab. Lots of room for pictures. And then there's a magnet in here, and this pulls down. Oops, not supposed to be sitting there. And then lots of room for photos, and it has another little cutout from the paper tucked just inside there. This one's a postcard, and I used some blue stickles around the stamp. So that just sits in there, closes up like that. And then there's another large tag that pulls out from the side here. There's those stamps that I've been using and cutting out for all kinds of things in the paper. On this side, again, we've got another chipboard piece. This one says Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and I used stickles around the outside. Here's another one of those stamps. And again, there's a magnet in there, and this lifts up like this. They're stamped. This lifts open, and then I made a pocket here where I put in one of the tags, and this one says Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. So you could do some journaling there if you like. And again, this has the nursery rhyme on the back of it. Then this has a magnet behind it, flips open like that. And then there's a photo mat back here. Closes up like that. And the last pages I used the Hey Diddle Diddle nursery rhyme, which was my favorite one when I was a kid. So we've got the cat and the fiddle, the cow jumping over the moon, the little dog who laughed, and the dish running away with the spoon. So on this page first, there's 2 little flaps on the sides, and I used some stamps that are some of the chipboard pieces, and those just spin with a brad. And then these lift open, and there's room for photos underneath. So there's one on each side. And then this Memories tab here actually lifts up like that. And there's 2 large pages here, and these are each 8 by 8. So you could put lots of photos or memories in there. And then on this side, the Hey Diddle Diddle is a little lift. So you lift that up. Room up here for photos. And then here's a little pocket. And here's some more cutouts from the paper. Both the same. And it's the Hey Diddle Diddle. And they're just green on the back. So those go back inside, and that closes up. And then Humpty Dumpty on the back. So that is my mini album. I got the idea from another lady on YouTube, and I'm sorry I can't remember her name right now, but I'll put her link down below the video. So there you are. Thanks for watching.